I'm 82 years old, and I need to tell you something I wish someone had told me 40 years ago. The day my wife gave up on me, I didn't even notice. Not that day, not that week, not even that year. It happened slowly, so quietly, that by the time I realized what was happening, I was already too late. We were married for 49 years. That's longer than most people stay committed to anything. We met when we were young, full of energy, full of plans, full of belief that love alone was enough. And in the beginning, it felt like it was. We didn't have much money back then. Small apartment, second-hand furniture, cheap dinners. But we had something better. We had each other. I remember the way she used to look at me, like I mattered, like I was the center of her world. And I felt the same way about her. We used to talk for hours about nothing and everything. Dreams, fears, future plans. Back then, connection came easy. Effort came naturally. But life doesn't stay in that phase forever. And this is where things start to change. Not suddenly, but quietly, in ways you don't even notice at first. As time went on, life got heavier. Responsibilities increased. Kids, bills, work pressure. And somewhere along the way, I started focusing on everything except her. I told myself I was doing the right thing, working harder, earning more, building stability. I'm doing this for us. That's what I believed. But here's what I didn't understand back then. You can be physically present and emotionally absent at the same time. She would sit next to me in the evenings, trying to talk, and I would respond. But my mind was somewhere else. Sometimes she would laugh, and I wouldn't even ask why. Sometimes she would tell me something important, and I'd just nod, without really hearing her. At the time, it felt normal, but it wasn't normal. It was the beginning of disconnection. It wasn't one big mistake. It was 1,000 small ones, saying later instead of listening now, looking at my phone instead of looking at her, choosing silence instead of connection. And each time I did that, something small broke. I remember one night we were sitting at the dinner table, same as always. She tried to start a conversation, something simple. I barely responded. Just short answers, half attention. After a few minutes, she stopped talking, and we sat there in complete silence. That silence felt different, but I ignored it. And I thought that was the worst part. I was wrong, because after that, she stopped trying. She stopped asking questions, stopped sharing things, stopped reaching for me. At first, I thought it was peaceful. No arguments, no pressure, but it wasn't peace. It was emotional withdrawal. And here's the dangerous part. When someone stops asking for your attention, it doesn't mean they don't need it anymore. It means they've learned. They won't get it. Years passed like that. We lived together, but we weren't connected. Two people sharing a house, but not a life. And I kept telling myself, this is just how marriage is. I was wrong. Then came the moment that changed everything. Our anniversary, 49 years. I came home late, same as always. No celebration, no dinner, no effort, just silence. She was sitting on the couch, watching TV. I said, "You forgot?" She looked at me, calm, emotionless, and said, "I didn't forget." And then she looked back at the screen. That moment hit differently, but not enough. A few months later, she left. No fight, no drama, just a note. I tried for years. You just never noticed. That sentence stayed with me because it was true. People don't leave suddenly. They leave slowly, after trying, after waiting, after hoping things will change. And when nothing changes, something inside them shuts down, not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly. And once it's gone, you can't bring it back. I thought love meant staying, but love isn't about staying. It's about showing up emotionally, mentally, consistently. And when you don't, the person you love learns to live without you. I'm 82 years old now, and I live alone, not because I didn't love her, but because I didn't show it in the ways that mattered. I thought I had time to fix things, time to notice, time to be better, but time doesn't wait. If someone still tries with you, still talks to you, still reaches for you, don't ignore that. Because one day they won't, and when that day comes, you won't lose them suddenly. You'll realize you lost them slowly while you were too busy thinking everything was fine. And by then, it's too late.